Alright guys, quick update on the BMW, this one. It's pretty much all done. I've got, everything back on it. Everything's bolted down and buttoned up, wheel liners, under tray, all that crap. After I put the coolant in it, I started it because I was just going to run it through a heat cycle and make sure the fan works and all that other stuff. But I know the fan works because I used my scan tool to turn it on and off, but I replaced temperature sensors and all that stuff as well. It was all destroyed. And after like 5, 6, 7 minutes maybe, it started making a horrible racket, like from the motor. It's like, oh shit. So I just pulled the belt off, it went away. So it was, alternator, AC, power steering, who knows. So I grabbed my little stethoscope thing and I started, poking stuff. And when I got to the alternator, it was clearly coming out of the alternator. So I did take it apart. I actually took the whole alternator apart. I couldn't find anything wrong with it. So I put it back together, put it back in the car, started it up, same damn thing. It's like, what is going on? And then I should have done this earlier, but I grabbed the one-way clutch on it and I went to test it to make sure it was freewheeling in one direction. It's not. It's completely seized. So it needs a clutch. So if you don't know what a one-way clutch on an alternator is, a lot of cars have them, a lot of German stuff has them. It's basically, well, there's a sleeve here, then there's a bearing on the sleeve, I think there's another sleeve, and then the pulley goes over, and basically it allows the shaft, your alternator shaft itself, which is driving the stator and all that other stuff, to freewheel at a different speed than potentially the engine's turning over. It's supposed to help with belt wear, and it's a little BS, right? It just... They're just designed. There's 3 or 4 reasons why they do it, but it's sea solid. So I ordered one of them, and we'll swap that out when it comes. 4 bolts. It's the easiest goddamn alternator ever to remove. It's literally 2 wires, 4 e-torques, and it's done. So I haven't filled the AC yet because after, once I started making the noise, I shut it down, and I was going to do the AC and all that other stuff, but. So I still have to fill the AC. I did change the oil, all that stuff before I did that. Filled the coolant, like I said. And then this morning, I have today off work because it's going to rain all weekend after this Friday. I took today off because I wanted to get the bonnet painted and clear and get all that stuff done. And then the only thing after that is going to be doing my blends. I have to blend the door, fix the scratch in the door, and this little repair on this A-pillar. So I came out today, painted the hood, 2 coats. It went on really nice, super smooth. You run a tack cloth over it, it was like glass. So I was like, yeah. It was one of the best freaking hoods I think I've ever painted. Went to clear it, put the first coat of clear on, lovely. Looked good, not too heavy, looked really, really good. Went to put the second coat on, and it went to shit. Let me show you why. I'm still like pissed off about it. I use disposable paint cups, right? So you don't have to clean out the plastic ones. So these are made by 3M. So like here's one that has a little paint in it. This is the one I was using for clear. Well, I had used the same system. I used the disposable one when I primed that hood, and I had gotten a little primer. It spilt. I don't know if you can see it in the threads in there. Yeah, you see that kind of gray primer. Alright, so there I am doing the second coat of freaking clear, and all of a sudden a big chunk, like 2-inch chunk of dried primer flaked off of the lid, landed right in the clear. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I've never had that happen ever before. So it basically ruined it. There's nothing you can do. I tried to dig it out. I got a pair of tweezers, and of course it broke, so I was like, cutting, 10 freaking bits of paint out of there, and then I had 1 piece to go, and I tried to get it with my fingernail, and I scraped the base coat off the hood. So I'll show you. It looks like shit. So the whole thing needs resanded. All the clear needs sanded back off of it. It needs painted again and cleared again. I might as well have fucking stayed in bed today. So yeah, here. It was looking great, right? Look, awesome, right? Awesome, yeah. And then here, look at this shit. Can you see that? And here's where the big chunk of it landed. So I don't know if you're going to see that or not. I dug it out with a towel, and then I tried to get this bit here. And fuck. yeah, rest of it looks good. For fuck's sake, you know. I'm so pissed. I'm still pissed about it because it's gonna rain all weekend. Yeah, who knows when I'm gonna get to frickin' do it now. Plus it's gonna cost me, you know, $50 and frickin' material and paint and clear and cups and gun cleaner and all the other bullshit. So yeah, I should have stayed in bed today. Other than that, I don't really have any parts left. So I got the badge for the bonnet, right? We'll stick that on. The rest of this stuff is for that battery tray, right? That's stupid. Everything else, bar the alternator, is on. Oh, this, yeah. All the bits for the underside of the bonnet, right? The catch, and there's a bunch of little plastic grommets and stuff that go in. Plus the 2 latches, I guess. So this is my parts pile. Yeah, and then we'll replace that pulley. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, this thing's done, ready to go. I did program the new headlight in. Well, I had to program the modules to the headlight. I'll show you. So this is the module for the daytime running lights, and if you look in the inside of it, see how it's all rusty and crusty. So it filled up with water. This is the one for the low beam and high beams. This has your VIN number in it, and again, the one in the car, when I got it, it's filled up with water. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not on the inside. It's all rusty. So I got a bunch of modules off of eBay. They're off a different car, a different VIN. So you got to go in and write the VIN to the modules, then write the car's programming to those modules so that it knows that it has self-leveling, and then that these things turn when you turn the steering wheel at nighttime and all that other BS. So I had to spend 45 minutes programming the stupid headlight in. It's just like ridiculous. What did I do? Oil filter, air filter. I did a par steering flush on it. I will do the rear diff as well. But it doesn't have a drain plug, so I want to get it running, go drive it a bunch, get the diff oil warmed up, and then we'll go in with an extractor, socket eye. Other than that, it's done. So it does have a check engine light because the MAF's unplugged, but that's the only light it has. So once we get the alternator in, we'll plug that in. It shouldn't have any more codes. We'll run the drive cycles, all that stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it for an update. This thing's it's done. I need to redo the freaking bonnet now. But other than, yeah, it's pretty much done. So yeah, it turned out nice, I put them little headlight squirter cover things in. This is a new one. So here, so I painted that and the bumper, and this is the original one, which I didn't paint. And yeah, so my paint's a pretty good match there. And yeah, that's it.